in HD. This is today's THV at 6:30.
More and more you're going to be hearing about the super committee, 6 Republicans, 6 Democrats getting together from Senate and the House to try and come up with ways and ideas to reduce the nation's debt. Well, there are no Arkansans on it, but an Arkansan is making his presence felt on that committee. We welcome Congressman Tim Griffin from our 2nd Congressional District.
Thank you.
You sent a letter to the members of this committee. Tell us about the letter.
Well, there was a GAO, Government Accountability Office report a few months ago, early in the year actually, that identified a number of duplicative programs, a lot of programs that are in one agency and there's another one just like it in another agency and another and another. I think there were 40 workforce assistance programs, and the GAO said, hey, this is where you ought to start if you're going to eliminate waste, if you're going to save money. And some constituents were raised it with me, and I said, you know what? I'm going to write a letter to the Deficit Commission, to the committee, and ask them to take a look at this first, because this is low-hanging fruit. This is an area where both Democrats and Republicans have praised the report. This ought to be easy, a no-brainer in terms of reducing spending.
It starts with the constituents, and that leads us right into this. We told everybody on Facebook, by the way, the most popular Facebook page in Arkansas, that you were going to be here, and we got these questions. Let's start with Maria. She asks, I just returned, Congressman, from meeting with a social worker at a hospital with my father, who was a disabled World War II veteran, and was told that some of his health care benefits have a possibility of being continued at the end of the September, specifically veterans-directed home-based care. What are Representative Griffin's thoughts on this and his course of action to prevent this aging generation of heroes from losing the well-deserved assistance they've been expecting?
Sure. As you know, I'm in the military now. I've been in for 15 years. I believe that folks that serve in the military and are veterans, this is a World War II veteran, I think you said, that we owe a solemn obligation to them to make good on the promises. And I can tell you, I have not heard of anyone cutting these benefits. I will take a look at it, but I certainly believe that that we've got to keep our promise to our veterans.
All right, here's Sandra, who says, regarding national security, I'm also concerned about the dismal situation with our prehistoric energy grid. Any plans in the works for upgrading and setting a plan in place for catastrophic emergencies?
Yes. I think that we saw a handful of years ago in the last administration, we had some problems with the national energy grid, and I believe that there's a lot of reform that needs to be done on that in conjunction with a broader energy policy. And that relates not only to national security, as she has indicated, but it also relates to jobs, because affordable and reliable energy is absolutely critical to our economic growth. And if I can get a plug-in for it here, that's why I'm a big advocate for natural gas. People say natural gas is clean, abundant, and American. All of that's true. I like to add and Arkansan. We got a lot of it, and we got a lot of jobs in that industry.
Again, thank you for coming in. It's going to be interesting to see what the reaction is to the letter, especially if they go that route. Congressman Tim Griffin, our special guest today. Let's go to Liz.
Well, we got a lot of questions